Hi YouTube, it's Kawaii Kawaii in your city, and if you didn't know, now you know. How are you guys doing on this wonderful day? I'm doing good, thanks for asking. I'm doing great actually, marvelous, blessed. As you can see by the title, today we're going to be trying something a little different. Today I'm going to take it upon me to discuss my opinions, unpopular opinions. Well, some of them might be popular, some of them might just be an opinion, but we're gonna discuss them, okay? I just wanna say it is an opinion, my opinion at that. So if you're mad about my opinion, that has nothing to do with me. I just want to say it's just an opinion. You have your opinion, I have mine. Yeah, let's just get into it. I'm going to be discussing 3 topics. One of them will be like pop culture, music. One category will be about food. And the other short one will be about TV. We're going to start off very strong. We're going to go ahead and start with the pop-based / music category. Let's get into it. My first unpopular opinion is fan bases. I feel like personally, in an unpopular opinion way, the fan bases make us as a whole hate the artist in some cases. I agree with that. Only because if you're on Twitter, then you know. Like we argue on Twitter, you know? Shit, I got an account and I be arguing with you hoes. It's fun. That's the point though. Like, my fave has to shit on your fave. So I need to boost my fave up and tell you what yours isn't doing just because you said something shitty about mine. You know, it's a game, but we all understand it now. Sometimes do it go too far and y'all be like leaking addresses and stuff? Yes. Or y'all be like pulling up on people's moms and leaking dead people addresses. That's a lot. But at the end of the day, it's fan wars. But some of you guys take that to TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. They don't understand. Do the key be facts? Sometimes. Now you do have some people that's just rude and racist, but as protective as the Beehive, us Beehive members are, we probably do make a couple people hate Beyonce. But we're just defending her because y'all won't give her credit. Same for Nicki Minaj. I'm not a Barb, but the Barbs ride behind Nicki. Same for the Boardy Gangs. Arvinators, if that's how you say it, monsters. I'm a proud new member. Us as a whole, overall, we do make other people that's looking in hate our faves, but that's that. Second on my list, I have the artist personality versus the artist. I feel like now in today's world, if you're funny, you have a good personality, they think that sells your music. In some cases it do, but sometimes y'all are too, I guess we could say we are too deep into the artist's personality that even if their music is bad, we listen to it. For an example, and no, I'm not saying her music is bad, Cardi B, I love Cardi B down, but I feel like we are so addicted to her personality that we don't pay attention to her music. Who's another one? Sexy Red. Next we have women in the music industry. Me personally, in my unpopular opinion, I feel like women run the music industry. Yes, it might be male dominated. The important people behind the scenes could be men, but who's really putting in the work? Women are working twice as hard in the music industry. When it comes to performing and everything, we look at the women and we expect this, and that, but when we go look at the men, y'all accept the bare minimum. I already know, it's double standards. So I don't really think this is considered an unpopular opinion. Women run the music industry. Next we have Ice Spice. I love Ice Spice down. Now, I've said this before and I'm gonna say it again. I don't think Ice Spice wants to be this hardcore rapper. I don't think she wants to be a Nicki. I don't think that's the track she's going down. Overall though, I think she's very good at branding herself. She's had this orange pumpkin spice hair since she debuted it, from the fro to long hair. I mean, now she has like a little peach tone color, but she's known for that. She's just a pretty girl. People put too much pressure on her and they're trying to make her be in a category that she's not even trying to be in. Now, I could be wrong and maybe she does want to be the best rapper, but from what I see, I don't think that. But I think she's very good at branding herself. Period. Next we have Megan Thee Stallion. Megan is overlooked mainly because the Nicki situation. Let's be real. Y'all was all down and for mwah, hey, yeah, Y'all was all for that until that whole situation with Nicki happened. You know, that was so long ago, I don't even remember what happened. But let's be real, y'all was all for that ass and oohs and yeah and mwah. Y'all was all for that until that beef happened. So let's not sit here and act like y'all wasn't. All y'all was like, yes, oh my gosh, she is such a freestyler. This is the best thing ever since Nicki. Then that beef happened and now it's like, ooh, you one flow hoe, you Bigfoot bitch. It's all this stuff now. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. That's just my opinion, child. I go on about that one all day, so we just not even. Next on my list, I have Chris Brown. In my popular opinion, it's time we be real with ourselves sometimes. Whether you like Chris Brown or not, you have to admit he's one of the best artists, especially that we have today. He's a male. He puts in just as much work as the women. Honorable mention Usher. Honorable mention The Weeknd. You know, I think that's fair. Yeah, he has a past or whatever, a history, a name, whatever. It's time we be real. That's one of the greatest male artists of all time that we have had. Now, you know, whether y'all compare him to Michael Jackson or not, that's on y'all. I don't really care. But I'm just here to speak the facts because nobody else will. Next on my list, I have Nicki versus Cardi. I feel like this is very, very, very tired, very exhausting because honestly, I really don't even know what you guys are beefing about. Is it because Cardi didn't like Nicki's verse? Okay, see, if that's what the beef was about, I feel like that was just really some miscommunication. And I just feel like, Cardi, you have this background or whatever of being such a real person and, you know, that girl. I just feel like you should have just came to Nicki and like, Nicki, like, were you talking about me? Da-da-da, that offended me, yada yada. Nicki, at that time, would have been like, oh, no, shorty, it wasn't about you. Maybe the bar was just too complex for Cardi to understand, but nobody wants to say that. You know what? Maybe the Migos was being messy and said something behind the scenes that we just don't know to this day to Cardi about Nicki. And maybe they told her that, oh yeah, she thinks she's better than you. She really don't want to be on the song. They could have made up some lies. You know what? Maybe they've been talking about this. And I'm just late. But I feel like that was the whole thing. And I just feel like if Cardi was being this real person, like how she claims she is, like in her music and stuff, she should have just came to Nicki and just explained she didn't like the verse or she felt like this, and that, or she heard this, and that. Hey, you know, too late now, can't turn back time, but hopefully the truth about that situation does come out eventually. Next on my list, I have TikTok ruined music. Now, I feel like this is facts. Like, I don't think this is an opinion. I think this is facts. You know, the pandemic also played a part in that. Nowadays, if the music isn't even good, 6, 7, that's trending because of TikTok. Was that song even good? No. What the hell? What the helly? That's really not no good song. Come on, like, let's be for real. If you like music for real, that's not, we not dancing. Well, I'm not dancing to that in the club. I'm so sorry. I swear. I'm gonna stand around, I'm gonna have my legs crossed, and I'm gonna be on the couch in the section looking out the window like Rosa Parks. Because I'm not dancing to that in the club. And then that's why music as a whole has went down. But hey, that's just my opinion. Next on my list, I have Beyoncé. Beyoncé is the GOAT. And I'm gonna tell you why. I understand there were other greats before Beyonce's the greatest. You have to realize Beyonce has been around since our grandmothers were born. Like, that's what it feels like. Honestly, no shade. Beyonce is a student. She still is a student. She doesn't mind learning. She doesn't mind sitting back, watching, learning. She doesn't mind failing to get better. Time has evolved. Her as an artist, come on, like, let's be real. Compared to everybody, the consistency, she continues to evolve. She somehow continues to stay relevant, even though music is terrible now. Not her music, but the type of music everyone listens to as a whole is terrible now. She's gonna be the student that is the teacher that still don't mind being a student. And for me, she will always be one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. I can go on about that all day and I can back up my facts. That could be like a whole video on its own. You comment right now, you let me know, because we can really pull up the facts and everything and like really get into it. But that's all for that section. I hope you're not too offended. Maybe I didn't explain it good enough, but just comment below and we can talk about it. The next category we're gonna go on with is TV. This is a short category, so we're gonna go ahead and fly through these. First on my list is old reality TV was way better than new reality TV. Now, that's not even an opinion, that's really facts. And I'm gonna tell you why. We had shows growing up like the original Bad Girls Club. I feel like I don't even have to say too much about that. Flavor of Love. Love and Hip Hop back then when Jocelyn was up there. It kind of went down probably like right before Trina or maybe after Trina. But when Jocelyn was up there, Love and Hip Hop was at its peak. Basketball Wives. When it was Jackie and Evelyn and Tammy, when it was their season, it was good. The new TV is just real scripted, it's real fake, it's overdone. There's really no storyline. None of you guys really have a storyline. There's no plot, there's no like reasoning behind it. We're just up here, we're gonna fight and knock each other out just because we can. Next on my list, I have Now This TV is better than Zeus. Now this is a stretch, but I'm gonna tell you why. Zeus is just not really taking it. It's only 2 shows up there. Jocelyn's Cabaret and Baddies. Come on, I mean, yeah, Erica and all them had a show up there. We basically watched Zeus for Baddies and Jocelyn's Cabaret. Let's be real, them are really the only 2 shows up there that's active and consistent. Baddies is starting to go downhill. The beef isn't even real. We just fight. We don't even know why we fighting. We fighting because your friend said she don't like me and you're my friend, so I have to fight you. Because if I don't fight you, my friends are going to call me fake. And since you ate my Hot Pocket, I got to fight you because you didn't even ask me because you eat my Hot Pocket. You know, like, we're just fighting about nothing. Now That's TV, they have beef from other shows, or they have beef from actually beefing online, or they have beef from, like, before they even got on the show. Now, I'm not saying all the beef is good beef, but compared to what we have now as options to watch versus Baddies or South Central Baddies or Playboys, Now This TV is really taking it. And that's that. That's all for that category. I really do not have much. We're moving on to our final category, and this category will be about foods and restaurants. First on my list, I have avocado is just good for the aesthetic. And let's be real, avocado doesn't really have a taste. It tastes exactly like whatever you season it with. I personally eat avocado all the time. Yeah, I eat it with my toast, but I eat it because of the benefits that I've seen, and I seen that it keeps you fuller. However, when I cook it with my food and my vegetable mix and stuff, I forget it's in there. It doesn't really taste like anything. I guess it's more of a texture. Drinking water, it doesn't really have a taste, but it has benefits. I think it's one of those situations. Next on my list, I have crumble cookie. Let's be real, crumble cookie is not all that. They have amazing flavors, and they have had some cookies that were really good, but overall, crumble cookie is just too sweet to really enjoy. Next on my list, I have Subway versus other sub food chains. Out of all the sub places I've had, Jimmy John's, Firehouse Sub, Substation, Jersey Mike's. If you don't like Subway, that's your fault. You're building the sandwich. So if Subway's not good for you, that's your fault because you made the sandwich. Simple. Now, I do like Jersey Mike's a little bit better if I don't feel like being picky, but overall, Subway. Now, you might can build your own sub at... you can probably, just about build your own sub at any sub place, just about. But, I don't know. I don't know. And maybe it just might be the slight in ingredients and what you prefer taste-wise, but I feel like Subway is taking it. No shade. Next on my list, I have Pizza Hut versus other pizza places. I prefer Domino's over everything, but only because of what I order. I prefer Domino's crust, but I also prefer Pizza Hut wings. Domino's really takes the cake. Now, a lot of people hate Domino's and they think Little Caesars better. You're one of those people that think Little Caesars better. You're not even meant to be in this conversation. Because let's be real. Little Caesars, Hungry Howie's, Papa John's, they're not even sitting at this table. CC's, honorable mention. They used to be good back in the day, maybe as a kid. I don't know. Now it's just don't hit. But I still go there occasionally, maybe once or twice a year. Next, we have Salsaritas versus Chipotle. The only other place that I've tried that's like Chipotle is Salsaritas. I haven't had Cava yet, if that's what it's called. I don't even know if that's the same thing. But I don't really know why we put Chipotle at such a high standard when there are other places. When I put people onto Salsaritas, they be like, oh my gosh, like these ingredients like taste better. So I think that's more like an ingredient thing. That's just my preference. So that one is an opinion. But I will go to Chipotle here and there. Next on my list, I have Five Guys. It's not worth the price. I feel like that's more of a fact. Now, I'm not going to say McDonald's burger is better or anything. Five Guys burgers more taste like homemade, close to cafeteria food even, if cafeteria food was good. Does that make sense? But then again, it could just be whole ingredients, real and natural food. We are so used to processed food that we overlook it. That one needs to be looked more into. Next on my list, I have IHOP versus Waffle House. IHOP back in the day was better than the IHOP now, and maybe it could just be my location. Waffle House, I'm limited to what I can get. IHOP does have more options for me, so this is why I say this one is equally good. Next on my list, I have Dunkin' Donuts versus Starbucks. Honestly, this is very unpopular, and it could just be what I order. I feel like most Starbucks drinks taste the same unless you're getting like a Frappuccino and maybe a refresher. They could go drink for drink, honestly. Dunkin's Frappuccinos are a little sweeter. Starbucks Frappuccino is a little bland. One franchise does things better than the other. Last on my list, I have Chick-fil-A is overrated. This one is very much an opinion because some days I'll go to Chick-fil-A, I eat it, but I don't understand why must the line be wrapped around all the way down the street, going all the way to another city just to get this Chick-fil-A. I feel like that's a little ridiculous and it's never that good. I feel like no fast place should really be that packed. I mean, their customer service is great and their lemonade is top tier. Even though it's probably just simply lemonade, isn't it? I don't know, but their lemonade is top tier. Their lemonade is top tier. I feel like maybe you guys just like the sauce because they have some of the best sauce in the game. On my mom's. But overall, the food as a whole, I don't feel like their food is that good for the line to be wrapped around. The line is all the way wrapped around the store and all the way down the street to your grandma's house to another city. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm just a messenger. That's all I have for that category. I hope it wasn't too much. I hope I didn't start no drama. Because am I the drama?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. These bitches can't fuck with me.
All jokes and all fun, but like and comment, subscribe. Was my opinions really unpopular or was they facts? You let me know. Thank you for watching as always, and if you was having a bad day, I hope I had the chance to make it better. And until next time, mwah.